Take a seat, take a breath. Got a feed that decides life and death. Every chart is a mountain, a meme, a decree. Is this genius or mass lunacy? Scroll with me down this wild mentality, where a frog with sunglasses screams we're early endlessly. Oh, we'll see bulls and bears in fantasy. Every post's a prophecy.
It's nothing make-believe.
If you want to read what passes for a master plan, simply click and flick your thumb across this broken land. Want to know which way the winds of crypto might just be? Oh, scroll with me. One says up, only friends. Next says this is how it ends. Someone's calling the top, someone's buying the dip, someone's typing a thread as their last relationship slips. Scroll with me through the fear and ecstasy, where a charting crayon gets 1,000 hearts for free. We'll see every hot take, every plea. I was right in 23.
Trust the vine, ignore the spreadsheet.
If you want to gauge if hope or panic's in command, if they're building castles or just castles in the sand, want to test if we're all early or just fantasy? Scroll with me. Is it signal? Is it noise? Are we traitors? Are we toys? Every candle, every coin is a cult you can join. Scroll with me, let the chaos be our key. Read the mood like it's a map to some great mystery. You'll see faith and doubt and harmony. I'm all into, I'm set free.
In one day, in one same tweet.
If you want to know if folks are brave or out of time, if they're quietly convicted or have simply lost their minds, then my friend, you found the perfect place to start this stream. So scroll with me.
Ba-da-da. GM. Good morning. Good morning. It is Wednesday, April 22nd. My name is Dude Lifts. This is Scroll With Me. For those of you who are new here, the song is here's what it was born from. Well, one, it's AI. It's not me. I have to admit it's AI. It's AI. But it was born because I know a lot of quote unquote stream wars will have like this kind of like intro lead in. It'll be like, oh, like 5 minutes. So we start streaming to like warm up the stream, let people come in. And I'm like, that's fine. But like whenever I see that, I always just go away. Right. I'm like, well, I guess we'll be back in 5 minutes. A lot of times I don't make it back. So I was like, why don't we just do something for that time period? And so alas, now we're here. But GM, like I said, my name is Dude Lifts. This is Scroll With Me. This is where we scroll the Twitter timeline and we try to understand the vibes. You don't know the vibes on any given day. You can't, what's up, what's down, what's right, what's wrong. It's hard to know. And so that's what I'm here for, to help you discern the true from the false, separate the wheat from the chaff, monitor all the situations. And as a reminder, stay caffeinated and stay hydrated, because those are two of the three pillars of Scroll With Me. And we've got Kuya in the chat with a G scroll. A G scroll to you, good sir. Good sir. All right, but without further ado, let's actually get into it. Because you know the vibes. We break all the rules. We only stream for like 30 minutes, which is completely violates everything that is known about streaming. But it's what we do. It's what we do. So we get A-Town. A-Town here. Later today, we're launching Emergibles, a personalized avatar collection launcher on Arbitrum. Create a digital collectible avatar collection in your own style by simply providing references, image, and a prompt, all powered by Tri-Merge. Hell yes. Hell yes, A-Town. We love a good experimentation on chain. Things we love to see. Oh, look, it's me. That's my dog. I love how I caught Bindy's name. She has a little piece on her vest that says Bindi, so that's pretty sick. So we were just out of breakfast this morning, just vibing. Mrs. Dude Lifts and I, the dog, we had some breakfast this morning, getting our slow mornings, as Instagram might say. It was great. It was great. We got Pudgy Penguin says, guess what we're doing? Washington, D.C. Dude, they're at it again. They're at it again. They're going to Washington, D.C. They're lobbying. We got Yori in the chat saying G scroll to Yori. Here's okay. I'm gonna prediction market. We're doing this is a prediction market. Honestly, this would be a great use for Pumpcade right now. Pop Punk, if you're watching. But here's what happens. Luca Netz and the executive team Pudgy Penguins go to Washington, D.C. In approximately 2 to 3 weeks, they will put out a statement on Twitter that will say something about legislation. It will be just a block of text, and that'll be it. And that's what's going to happen, calling it now. All right, we've got Jack GK here says, and like I said, I'm trying to make an effort to read the text, to do them the service. We're not getting through the text so I can talk. It's like being in a conversation waiting for your turn to talk. That's not the vibe here, right? We platform here. What if studios could create original IP, again, without spending $200 million? No more live action remakes, no more Jurassic Park, just creation and imagination with no limitations. We'll click in here. Doodles are building an AI animation studio that might actually make this happen. Burnt Toast is back on the pod for the second time to break it down. First returning guest, first week producing twofold podcast. Momentum is building, dropping soon. Great opportunity to shout out Yori saying Jack GK is cooking, love his content. And I agree. Jack GK is cooking. Worth the follow. 100%. Follow, notifications on, really high signal, really good content. Love what he's doing. It's great. And dude, and I won't say the one thing I respect. One of the many things I respect about Jack is he does the mobile podcast studio. He'll just throw together a podcast studio in his hotel room, wherever he'll be. He'll go somewhere. And I have a mobile podcast studio too. And so like, I very much get what that's like. Granted, I think I'm a little bit more scrappy in the sense that it's just literally me. Jack is legit, a little more legit than I am. He is a videographer. And so I'm literally schlepping this setup across the globe. It's a lot of fun. Let's see here. Ooh, Quen. Meet Quen 3.6 27. Oh my God. My Shayla. Dimcat says GM Legend. Shout out to Dimcat. They did a clay version of the Dude Lifts Popsicle and posted it, which was fucking awesome. Dude, well, looks like I got a new open source model to download today. Thanks for ruining my day. But also we need to get LM Studio. Never mind, I won't spend too long talking about this. Okay, here we go. Jonas says the biggest issue I've seen from watching MTS Live versus TBPN, these guys are not trained as creators. They really need creator training badly. Nobody is watching streams or clips of them because they want TV news on their phone. Okay, interesting. I didn't even realize there's creator training. But I get what he's saying. It's like, I think these folks, and I don't know a lot about them, to be honest, which maybe is kind of the point. Not that I'm like, I know everybody, but I'm like, I'm not familiar with them as far as like being quote unquote creators or them just making content in like at least the crypto sphere. Maybe they have other circles that they go around. So I'm not sure. But that was my impression too, is that, they could use a little more of the Riz, as the kids say, need a little more Riz. I've said, and I've replied in the comments. I'm like, if you need a professional tweet scroller, I'm just saying, I'm available certain hours of the day. So we've got ELY here saying, wow, top developer Jared Watts left Abstract last week, kept it a mystery where he's headed next. Today, he announced he's the lead AI engineer at Monad. Interesting. Get that bag, king, is what I have to say about that. Now, I think he was in developer relations here, so maybe he wanted to move into more of an engineering role. And he does have the advantage of having his own kind of distribution, really good at making content. I've been telling more and more people this. This is not contentious, nor is this revolutionary, what I'm about to say at all. But if you have any skill and have your own kind of like distribution channels, your own presence, like you're just more valuable to an organization, especially a startup, where you can pull multiple hats. Pull multiple hats. Just invented that. That's a new thing. So that's a new thing. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, it's stupid. Stupid AI. That's so funny. Okay, Z, one line wonder. We love Z here. Counterintuitive thought. A brand is defined more by non-stakeholders than by its closest stakeholders. Yeah, I mean, I get what he's getting at here. And I think I generally agree. I mean, I was just talking with someone the other day and they were pitching some creative for Doodles and they were like, oh, is there anything that you want to see? And I'm like, I'm actually very curious how you perceive the brand. What do you think that we need? In certain vertical they're building for. And so I'm like, I'm not going to really give you any suggestions because I think that's a great exercise in how do you see the brand? Because there's like, how do we see the brand? But how do you see the brand? And I would argue that the latter is possibly more important. Oh, I saw this. It was like Wall Chain, and it was Wall Chain said paid partnership. I was like, did they do a paid partnership with themselves? But it's with Mexi. So, all right. Zach here says, if you're in the OpenSea mobile closed beta, check the Telegram. Fun new feature coming out today. Oh, shit. Your boy better check that. That's awesome. Yeah, dude, shout out to Zach. Onboarded me to OpenSea Mobile, and it's great. It's a great product. All right, we've got Burko, who's Pengu maxing. Study the correlation between Twitter going down and crypto going up. Did Twitter go down? I noticed that. I did a little, maybe I think it was a late night, early morning scroll, and I was like, what's going on here? What's going on here? Oh, this is sick. Kuya said, thanks. I never checked the Telegram. Me either. So that's why I'm like, I ought to go check that out. I don't know. I'm missing out on some alpha here, which is so funny. Dude, Garbage Friends, great art. Cards, 37 million in profit, 13 million in market cap. Do the math. Do it. Do the math. You heard him. Do the math. Something doesn't add up. No, I'm just kidding. I really need to look into that because it's like if you are bullish on cards whatsoever, which, I'm so excited. So I pulled a Bubble Mew with Doxin Wizard, I think at ETH Denver 2024. It was so funny. I probably hadn't ripped a pack of Pokemon cards in like, I don't know, 20 years. I don't know. So ripped this one, first pack with Doxin, and I pulled this Bubble Mew, and he was like, dude, and this was like, I think the set had just come out. He's like, dude, I think that's the best one in the set. And I was like, that's crazy. Hell yeah, sick. So kept the card, held on to it for a few years, and I'm smelling the smells. I'm not going to call it a top yet, but I finally sent it in for grading. So they've received the card, so it should be graded in the next couple of weeks, and then I don't know. I might sell it. I don't know if it comes back at PSA 10. That's going to be tough to not yeet into the open market. But okay, we've got Maison here. Monty says, yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. What up, Monty? Mason says, we just shipped the prompt machine, a living library of image prompts built so anyone in the community can make stuff that actually looks like it belongs in Vibetown. Here's what I saw this, and I poked around with this. It makes a lot of sense. I love how they're leveraging just AI tooling, like the website's vibe coded, and I don't say that in like a negative way. I say that in the way that's like, great, use the tools, ship fast, that's awesome, test, iterate. And they're doing something interesting because they already have the 3D assets in these kind of like basic poses. And so then they're not generating the images first party. They're giving you the prompt so you can take it to Gemini or whatever your favorite image generation device is. So pretty smart approach utilizing the open tools. All right, let's see here. Kobe was asked about the market and said, has anyone really been far even as decided to use even go want? Oh, is that the meme? Like, oh my gosh, this is so funny. Look, you can like swap the little heads. Everyone keeps saying taste tests. I'm like, what's up with these? Are these Pez dispensers? What's going on here? Family. Oh God. what the fuck? Another crypto. I saw this. I'm like, crypto, kidnapping. Where is it? France. France. What is going on over there? What's going on? Hey, France. What you doing? All right, let's see. Horse here, the flow horse. Love it. Oh, sorry. Get a little. Today's flavor is yuzu mandarin. Shit's good. Listen to Thread Guy and Kobe stream and it made me realize I had a bias about Thread Guy that I never actually earned. I never really sat with his content, just clips and the takes people pile on for him. Most of it seems to come down to him being genuinely excited about things that are new to him, which honestly is one of the better qualities you can have when you're young and learning in public. Good reminder to audit where your opinions are actually coming from. Credit to him for being himself. Yeah, I mean, dude, be excited about stuff. Be optimistic about stuff. It's more fun. I don't know. I think that it's really easy to be a bear. It's really easy to say something's not going to work. It's a very defensible position because you can probably find tons of evidence for why something's not going to work. So I choose to take the opposite, and I choose to believe in things, choose to be optimistic. I choose to try new things, spend my time and capital doing so. And I like myself for it. And that's ultimately what matters. When you hit your head to the pillow at the end of the night, when it's just you and whatever you believe in, do you like what you said and did at the end of the day? If you can answer yes, that's all that really matters. And that's my TED Talk. All right. So, yeah, dude, I saw this. Zagabond hanging out with iShow Speed. He said, I'm focused on the hands. I tried to inspect this photo for the alpha, but I didn't know. But this is cool. It was cool just seeing Zagabond with Speed. I'm like, what's going on there? And as much as this guy moves around, I'm like, I've never seen him standing still. So you got him still for a photo. Pretty bullish. Let's see. UFO researcher David Wilcox is dead by suicide. Bro, it wasn't. No, I'm just kidding. I don't mean to disrespect anybody who passes from suicide, but the UFO thing. All right, let's see here. Wait. Okay, these two launch USVC, a new public, different from USV. Not to be confused. So Dimcat says, yo, bro, in the chat. Yo, bro, Dimcat. What is up? What is up, dude? All right. Bloop. Let's give a little refresh. What is this? Noob on printer. Dude, the trenches are coming alive thanks to the printer ecosystem. Something I've been watching closely. Oh, okay. Let's see. Monty says, I've been watching reaction videos of people discovering TOOL. Oh, wait, for this exact energy, being excited about discovering good music. I can't believe I just read TOOL. He was talking about Tool. Yeah. Yeah. Minds are blowing the pot. Dude, who is the lead singer of Tool? Oh, I'm going to forget his name, but he famously bought a house in Jerome, Arizona, which is this town that's built in the side of a mountain in northern Arizona. And it's badass. So yeah, Tool's great. Tool's awesome. I thought you were talking about Can't Hold Me Down, which sometimes people like do an acronym, which is why I started reading it. But yeah, that's awesome. Let's see. What do we say here? All right. Show in XYZ. With only a 15% float, I believe Noob flips belief and becomes the printer's eco flagship token. For those who don't know, ZG Hire did a pre-sale on the timeline, raised 180K, did a lump sum dev buy on printer, and staked 85% of the supply. Disclosure, my bags. Hence why it's probably on my For You timeline. But this is a great example. Oh my God, he's shilling a coin. Okay. Now that we've moved on, one of the things that I found interesting about what ZG Hire was doing, and it's one of those things that I discovered in the middle of the night when I was scrolling, because that's what I do, is, I've been watching the printer ecosystem. I've followed them for probably the better part of a year, maybe more, Master Printer and what they've been doing and all the experiments they've been doing with launching coins. So they have this new thing called proof of belief, which I believe, if I understand correctly, the dev and the community can stake tokens and then get rewards. It's like the creator fees from Pump Fund, but everybody can participate, which I think is super interesting, right? Incentivizes bag work, de-incentivizes selling. I think that's cool. And so this person, ZG Hire, said, I'm going to do a new experiment. I'm going to do a pre-sale. But for that pre-sale, I'm going to take all of the money. Instead of giving you the token, I'm going to stake it. And then I will distribute those rewards. So he was able to launch the coin with a much higher market cap. It obviously gets a lot of attention, whatever. I thought experiment was super interesting. So yeah. Did I send some money to a pre-sale in the year of our Lord 2026? Hell yeah. Because why not? I love experimenting with this kind of stuff. I think it's super interesting. Anytime someone has launched a new product that does something interesting and novel, or someone's experimenting, I do want to participate. So I thought that was interesting. Do your own research. I'm absolutely not telling you to buy this token. I got in early with the pre-sale, and so I'm interested to see what the stake and reward pool generates. And I assume there will be other people that will iterate on this experiment, maybe do it better, maybe not. And who knows? ZG Hire could be an absolute disaster. I have no idea who this person is, but the experiment's interesting, so I'm watching it. All right, here we go. Here, let's see. Oh, Pumpkade hired another engineer today. Yeah, let's give it a little refresh. I don't want to, pummel you with my bags here. Let's see. Okay, Q1 brought to life. This is Burko again. Q1 brought to life products and activations we could only dream of when we started. Now the Pudgy Penguins community is set to rally into an incredible year. Read our full Q1 recap. Do we love a good Q1? We love a good Q1 recap. Let's see. What if you could collect builders like baseball cards? Nice. Hell yeah. Once again, another card experiment on chain. You know what I mean? Like Fantasy Top, Zeet, whatever. Let's keep them coming. Shout out to Oren here. Types of products and price points and why they exist in Brand's world. Yes. I generally support whatever Oren does. Great creator. Let's see. B-rated here says steady teddies are down. So am I. But has anyone tried out? Yeah, so this is interesting. I know that steady teddies migrated to mainnet off of Bear Chain, seemingly kind of being the biggest fish in a little pond, going to a small fish in a big pond. I haven't followed that closely, so I don't know how that really went. But if anybody's following that, maybe Kuya. I know you're in the Teddy gang. So let me know how it went. Let's see here. Announcing USVC once again. A tribute to dedication. The new BMW 7 Series. Oh, I got that confused with the SUV. What is that, the X5? Because the grill on that boy is tall. That looks a cool looking car. Wait, is that steering wheel not upside down? That's how it's supposed to be? Okay. Go off, King. Monty said, can anyone name the main Pudgy Penguins characters? Ooh, I think it's is it Poppy and Penny? I don't know. Not entirely sure. I feel like I should know that, but I don't. I know what they look like. One's blue, one's pink, but I don't know what their name is. Okay, if you told me a year ago I could generate a video with a live simulation, I wouldn't have believed you. And now it's here, and this model has my full attention. Dude, honestly, I'm going to like that, Drew. And everybody, hold on. Let me calm down. Hold up. Okay. We respect the pump. Get your bags, kings. I did chuckle a little bit, and I'm going to call out Whale Swoosh on this one, because I think he did a paid partnership with this Odyssey thing. And I think his tweet was literally it was like, now I can generate a simulation without at Zier. And like, that was the tweet he got paid for. And I'm like, that is so fucking funny on so many levels. Like, imagine just like charging someone for a tweet and then doing that. In a way that I actually liked that tweet, because it was like authentic to his audience. So he wasn't like doing some like pre-scripted thing. But I just thought that was really funny. And it's, once again, like, everyone saw the paid partnerships with Higgsfield. Now we're seeing it here. Just the AI to crypto influencer financing pipeline is really funny to me. But Drew is a great example of someone who creates really quality content and will probably actually use this tool. So I just want to give Drew his flowers there, because yeah, he's actually goated for that, you know? Looks like, oh yeah, FOMO's coming to the desktop. That's pretty cool. Ooh, what do we got? What do we got from Dem here? Launch of collect.anime.xyz on Anime Coin exceeded all expectations. Collector Pass on OpenSea sold out instantly and generated 4.2 mil anime trading volume. First batch of physical. Oh, dem. But whatever. The takeaway is they cooked. So shout out to them. Just realized it sounds like I'm saying shout out to them. And maybe that's the point. Now it's coming back. Oh, we got Richard coming back. Nakamigos. There you go. That's probably a good note to end it on. NFTs are so back. But it is 9 a.m. Thank you all for joining me today for this scrolling adventure. I hope that you all have an incredible day. Keep it legit on the timeline. And until tomorrow morning, I'll see you on the timeline.